guys, welcome back. Thrifty in OKC. If you are just joining me for the first time, I am a part-time reseller and thrift store shopper who lives in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And I'm going to do a little what sold video for you guys today. I have not had a ton of sales. Of course, it is Labor Day week. So I'm going to be showing you stuff that sold, I think, from August 31st through today, but I have not had the opportunity to list quite as much as I normally do. For those of you guys who are mamas, who are resellers too, right now it's just a crazy time with school, right? So my son has been quarantined twice for exposure, negative test both times, but we have had to kind of scramble because we have found out at the end of the day that he does not get to go back to school for, say, 5 or 6 days at a time, which is just awesome when you are a full-time working mom and then trying to do this with your extra time. So I've been a little lean on the listing, but positive note, I've been a little lean on the buying too, so I'm not stockpiling a bunch of stuff, which is good. But I did have some sales. Etsy, as you can see from the tabs at the top, was actually probably one of my better platforms. I do tend to focus there more than I do on Poshmark or eBay, just because I don't seem to get a ton of sales on eBay. And Poshmark, most of the time, I'm selling more bread and butter items that are $20 or less. So if I'm trying to get a little bit higher price point, I tend to do that on Etsy with vintage stuff. And so when I have limited time to list, I put the effort in there, which you can see because I've had some more sales there. So I'm going to start off just with my Poshmark. On Poshmark, I sold $86. Of course, this is going to be, well, Poshmark would be pretty much a net number except for my cost of goods, but I try to keep those pretty low. So it's probably, I mean, might have cost me $6 to get all this stuff, right? So I'm looking at 80 bucks maybe. So actually I say that and I don't know if the 25 is I think the 25 is the sold price, it's not my earnings. So that might be a lie. Take 20% off of that. I don't know that I've looked at that enough to know that. Neither here nor there. It's a gross number. It's not a net number. So I sold these Citizens of Humanity bootcut jeans. These actually came out of my closet. So they were not originally free to me, but they were free to me to list. I took an offer on those of 25. I've had this green tea faux fur hooded sweater jacket for 2 seasons and have not taken it down. So somebody showed some interest and I made a really cheap offer on it just to move it. It is big and bulky because it is faux fur on the inside. So I wanted to get it out to make room for something else in our limited storage. So $11 on that. This long chain faceted bead tassel necklace, $12 on that one. And as you guys know, if you've watched me, if you haven't, now you do. I do buy a lot of jewelry bags, so a lot of my jewelry comes out of jewelry bags, which are typically going to be $100 or less. Most are between the $40 and $80 range for the bags. So a lot of this jewelry per piece is very, very inexpensive. So I can't afford to take $12 and it still be worth my time. However, of course, it does take time and effort to list and photograph. So if you factor in the time commitment on that piece of it, is it worth it? Probably is, because even when I'm slow, I still sell these little bread and butter items and they can add up. So, and then I also sold this Ted Baker dress. This is another dress that I've had since last summer and I wanted to try to get it out this summer while I still could. So there was interest in it and I made a low offer on that one. So $38 on that one. So that was all of my Poshmark items. And next we're going to go over to eBay. So for eBay, I sold 203. Of course, that does not include eBay fees. I don't think I did free shipping on any of these that I'm about to show you. I do on occasion do free shipping on eBay, usually only if it's an item that's priced at $100 or more. So, oh, it looks like on this one I did free priority mail on these. I probably could have gotten more out of these. I listed these up and they sold within like 20 minutes. They are a small James Avery dangle. They went to Texas. People in Texas love James Avery. People in my neck of the woods love James Avery. So if you see James Avery, I strongly encourage you to pick it up. It tends to sell very quickly for me, especially if I have it priced right. These were actually given to me, like not as a gift. Somebody was like, I don't want this crap anymore. Here, take it. And I'm like, these are James Avery. Are you sure you just want to give these to me? I mean, let me give you 10 bucks or something. Nope, didn't want them. Take them. So I did, and I listed them up, and I sold them within 20 minutes. So I will take that $84.99, and then I ship all of my jewelry in a small flat rate priority mailbox, which annoys some people because they're like, you could ship it so cheap first class. I cannot trust the United States Postal Service right now with my mail because due to mail carrier shortage and everything going on with the pandemic, I have had crap misdelivered. I had an item that went to China and that I just got back. It sold in December and I just got it back 2 weeks ago that it could not be delivered. So the mail is just crazy right now here and outside of the US. So I am doing only priority and knock on wood, I've had pretty good luck with everything getting where it's supposed to go. So point being, I did eat the $7.90 or whatever the charge is on a flat rate priority box. This came in a bag of camera equipment that we had. It's a Hasselblad quick release tripod. We listed several other things up out of the bag, and those have already sold. I think this is the last item that I had to sell on that. So that's a really good camera label. If you see anything with that, I mean, the cameras are really expensive. If you see anything with that name on it, it's definitely worth a look to pick it up. So this was something that my husband had that he had purchased, and it was missing like 2 CDs. I'm hoping that the owner is pleased with it when they get it and they did read. I mean, we put in there multiple times, there's like 2 CDs missing, but it's a really expensive set new. It was expensive to ship. It shows on here that the shipping is $8.79 because it's showing my location of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It actually was like $24 and the buyer did pay the shipping on that one. So it was a pricey ship. This, I think I showed you guys in a video, but maybe not. I might be wrong. So I got these in a big box as well of Christmas things, and it had a lot of Winnie the Pooh stuff in it. And these were so cute, just little wooden garland, and there were 3 packages, never been opened, obviously. So those sold for $39.99 and then had shipping as well. So now let's go on to Etsy. On Etsy, I made $404. So on Etsy, I do free shipping on anything, any orders over $35. I still am like, I don't know if that's good or not good, but a lot of sellers on Etsy do that. So in order to stay competitive, I bump my price a little bit. And it has helped me a lot of times get a multiple item sale because if it's over 35, then, or, if they've got like 32, they might buy something else to bump it up, which is fine by me because again, most of the time that's going to be jewelry and I've got it coming out my ears. So the first piece I've got here is this listener thermostat necklace. It was in a really pretty colorway. It is going to be gorgeous on somebody for fall. So I was excited for this one to sell. I did get that one out of a jewelry bag. So that was a great piece to get out of a jewelry bag. So that one sold for $58. And I've got my little notes here because I don't have the prices on Etsy to show you. So that one sold for $58. So it would have had free shipping with it as well. This was a Chessa Davis boho prairie skirt. This was a beautiful skirt. I've actually had it for probably a year, which really surprised me. It had a definite Gunny Sacks vibe, and so I thought that that would like fly out, but it didn't. And maybe it's due to the price point. I did sell this one for $118, but it was gorgeous and in gorgeous condition, and I loved it. The person who bought it sent me a picture with it on. It looks great. She was happy. I was happy. That's what I love about selling vintage is I just feel really good to take something that maybe was going to be thrown in the trash, right? And somebody else gets it and they love it, and it doesn't get thrown in the trash. So this Western shirt had lots of detail on it. I'll show you guys here this picture as well. Lots of lots of bedazzle detail on it as well. So I sold that one for $45. I almost kept it. It was a little big on me. And so being a little busty, it just was not flattering with those shoulder pads, but I think it's going to look awesome on somebody else. And so I was glad that somebody snatched. I mean, I'm glad if somebody snatches everything up, right? So this was a little Avon necklace. I sold this one for $18. Nothing fancy there. This was a really cool Kachina medallion necklace. It was copper. Both the chain and the medallion were stamped. This one sold for $32. And I was sad to see that one go. It's a really, I never wear it, but I think it's really cool. These little Mary Engelbrett button covers were so cute, and I love Mary Engelbrett. Could try to think of something I could do with these because I just loved them, but they did sell for $20. So on to their new home. robin's egg blue little gold tone necklace. You can tell the gold is faded, which was in the listing, but the color on this one was really, really cool. You can see the stones are prong set, which just made it a little nicer, and it can be made to be a true choker, which is a really popular style right now. So I sold that one for 25. Unfortunately, sometimes I get a little bit crazy and I will accidentally hit free shipping on something that should not be free shipping, which I did on this one. So, and then I got a double whammy because when my husband shipped it, and God love the man, he does all my shipping. When he went in to do the shipping, he accidentally shipped it in a medium flat rate box. So we got charged $14 to ship. So that came out of a jewelry bag. So I still made a little profit on it, but not what I would have liked. So sometimes that happens with shipping. This one just sold today and will be on its way out tomorrow. It is a little black wiggle dress, as you can see. It's got really cool cutouts on it, and those go all the way down. So either somebody who has got, I don't want to say racy, but somebody will wear this without a slip if they wanted to show off the goods, or you could put a slip underneath it, obviously. I would have kept this if this would have fit me, but it did not. And then this 1980s funky wood bead purse. This was just a fun little bag that I had picked up, I think, for like $1 at a garage sale. So I do pretty well with these little 80s purses that I can sell for 20 to 25. Oh, I don't know if I said. On the little black dress, I sold that one for $36. So, no, $56. $56. I've been helping my son do math today. $56. And then this little bag was a $32 bag. So I usually, like, these kinds of purses wind up being somewhere between 25 and 30, depending on the condition. So again, on Etsy, that was 404. So gross numbers, not net, we're looking at $693 for the week, which for a Labor Day week isn't horrible. I mean, of course, would I have liked it to be more? Obviously, yes, but I haven't put as much work in as I have a lot of times, just with everything that has been going on with the uncertainty of the schooling system and trying to keep up with all that. Just by the end of the night, I am tired. So I am hoping to do a video about kind of how I keep listing things. Somebody had suggested that to me when I work full time and I have a child in school and I have all this going on. Like, how do I keep running the business? And maybe you guys want to see that and maybe you don't. If you don't, you can skip it. But I'm hoping to get a video out in the next week or two about that, because I do think it takes some tricks and some skill in order to force yourself to list when you really just want to sit on the couch and have a glass of wine and watch a television show. So anyway, those are my sales for last week. Please, if you have any comments, leave them down below. If you see something that you're like, man, those James Avery earrings, you could have got double that for those, leave it down below. Gonna break my heart, but leave it down below anyway. I'm always welcome feedback. I'm always happy to learn, and there's always stuff to be learned. So I appreciate you watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave any comments. It really helps me grow my channel when you engage with me. So I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.